Good morning, everybody. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls. It's Cartoon Day, Saturday. Anyway, coming to you live from East Texas, your host, Larry Bennett. And what a morning. If for some reason I got up at 2 a.m., I not only had 2 cups of coffee, I had 3. And now I'm on a Diet Coke. And so it's been a quite a little morning. A lot of thoughts running through my mind, and a lot of good ones, and maybe some that are a little questionable. But that's like my whole life has been. Yeah. Pretty good for the most part, but some things were questionable. But I've had a good trip. But anyway, today, got most everything done yesterday. I had a resupply run into town, did my Walmart run, and that keeps me for about a month in supplies for myself and the puppy. And we're full up on everything. Even bought 3 big old 10 packs of Bounty paper towels, and so we are stocked up for messes. We're stocked up for food. We are stocked up, and we even got plenty of toilet paper. But so we're good to go for about a month. Uh, Filled up the truck with gas. Let's see. Made my second run to the dry cleaners. They did such a wonderful job on the first batch that I took them. So I took them this second batch, and the lady asked me, she said, would next Tuesday be all right for pickup? And I said, I don't know. I said, I don't normally come back to town that often. I said, you could have probably said Tuesday of next year, and that would have been that would have suited me. But yeah, I'll try to be here. If not, don't worry about it. I'll be back. And she laughed, and she said, well, you just come whenever, they'll be here. And I said, all right. So that was that. And but by the time I got through with all the, I had a number of stops to make, and it was quite the morning, and it was a good trip. And I was glad to get back home. And you know what? It took me 45 minutes to put everything up. I thought about that. I said, but at least you're blessed. I mean, you've got everything that y'all need for the next month. And anyway, so it's all in how you look at a situation. For me, it is anyway. Everybody's different. Speaking of that, I was thinking, I've been, if you're breathing, then you've probably been aware that this Iran-U.S., every other day they threaten the president. They're going to assassinate him, and then it's going to be death to America. And I was thinking about all of this crap. And if you had a neighbor that lived next door to you, and he was threatening you every other day, and along the way, people are being hurt, maimed, killed, and this rhetoric from these folks continue to come. What I would personally do. And I want to tell the Iranian people, you better be glad I'm not the president of the United States, because I'll tell you one thing. You would make that threat to me one more time, One time. Yeah, see, it wouldn't be one more. You'd make that threat one time to me, and you wouldn't exist tomorrow. You really wouldn't. Not with the power and capabilities that we have. And I even posted it on X, and I don't know if they'll. Last time I did something like this, I ended up getting Elon's cybersecurity texting me, and he can kiss my ass. But anyway, I'm going to say what I think and feel. But what I put on X tonight was the next time that they threaten me, and they killed our soldiers and continued this crap, I would Hiroshima their sorry asses. Now we do have the capability of narrowing that down. It doesn't have to be an all-out nuclear like it was in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We have pinpoint nuclear strikes that we can make now. And I'd damn sure do it. But I'd shut them up from threatening me ever again. What they would be receiving in the mail the next day, and I posted this also, there'd be a note saying, coming from them, is there a way that maybe the U.S. and the Iran folks can coexist in this big world? I mean, you do your deal, buddy, and we do ours. But don't you ever, ever threaten us again. And don't you ever carry on any kind of terrorist activity towards the United States again. Or you're going to get more of what you just got. But I think the talking's over with, and yeah, we're doing these night after night runs, and they're supposed to come on this morning and tell about what all we took out for the last 8 days or 8 nights. And I don't think that's the answer. I think you need to do what I'm talking about. I think you need to send a message, not just to these radical leaders, but to the whole people. If the people are willing to put up with this crap and not overthrow their government and say, you know what, we want a new regime, we want to change. If they're not willing to do that, you got to give them reason. And what is that reason? We take out their country. And that Kharkiv, that little deal where everybody talks about is the oil diamond of the world. You know what? It wouldn't even exist after tomorrow. I'm serious. They can take it out in a day. Anyway, I would. We don't need their oil. We do not need their oil. We don't need their rhetoric. We don't need their threats. We don't need a damn thing that they got. We don't. And what we need is some peace in the world. And how do we get that? They say peace through strength. Well, I think it's peace through, it's kind of like those I wrote about the other day, the bullies that we always had and that are along the way in life. You know what? You just got to put the bully down. Put them down. And that's what I do. I know my way's too simple. And yeah, you'll hear a lot of, oh, we did this and we did that. And you know what? It came after 45 years of threats and killing and maiming people and even their own people. And, they're crazy. It's an ideology that's with this radical is, I'm not saying all Muslims, but with the radical bunch, it is. It's if you don't think like they think or worship their in their Muslim faith and way, then it's death to America and death to the American people. And I'll say, before that comes, it's death to Iran, and that's what I'm willing to do. I'm all behind our president and our war or defense minister, Pete, do what you got to do, but get rid of these people. Get rid of these people. Flip the script. Make them want peace. Forget the next threat coming. Turn the page, my friend. The next note you ought to get from them after what I'm talking about will be, we want peace. And anyway, I know that's enough out of me, but that's how I think and I feel. And it does me good to get it out there and get it said. Now, back to Cartoon Day. I hope everybody has time to watch one or two. I don't even know if they still play them, but I hope they do. We always had fun with them. But I'm going to get on with my day. And like I say, I got up at 2. It's 5. And anyway, I let the puppy out a little bit ago. She did her visits, and she's back in, and she's resting. And I've shared with y'all, I sleep in blocks. And this is one of and I hardly ever hear anybody talk about this that's in retirement, but y'all talk about sleeping a solid 7 or a solid. I had never done that in my whole life. I sleep in, maybe because I was a shift worker, but I sleep in blocks. And so it's not like I have to go to bed at a certain time and get up at a certain time. Hell, I get up when I want, and I sleep when I want. And that's what I'm going to do today. If I get to feeling sleepy, I'll go lay down, take me a couple hour nap. And then I'll get back up and I'll do what the hell I want. But I really love retirement. I was thinking the other day, actually, the daughter brought it to my attention. She said, Dad, you know how long you've been retired? And I said, no, I hadn't thought about it. She said, 14 years. Now, there's a marker. There was a death in our family, and that's how she marked it. She said, it's back when so-and-so passed away. That's when you retired. And I said, I'll be doggone. You're right. So I've been retired 14 years. And golly, I really enjoy it. I hope y'all, but you know what? The job I had, I loved it. I had the greatest job. And one day we'll talk about that. That was so fun. But it wasn't like a job. They say if you love what you're doing, it's not work. And I guarantee you, mine was not work. I really enjoyed it. I had a comfortable chair, and I could push buttons and play on the computer, and it was just a lot of fun for me. And got paid for it, and all the benefits. That was that was a great job. So anyway, I hope y'all have a great weekend and good cartoons and good times with good people. And I know I hadn't been talking about love and carrying love out into the world, but I really do believe that way. But sometimes it only comes after the battle. Really, a lot of times peace only comes after the battle. So what I'm promoting is this. Let's get it over with so that we can have some peace. And peace, that's what I remember of our growing up, the peace sign. Anyway, good times. I'm going to throw this out because there might be somebody that remembers. Love Street Light Circus, Houston, Texas. I love y'all. Y'all be careful. And remember, if we ain't having fun, it's our own damn fault. All right, bye-bye.